All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. I don't want to hold you. We're going to basically talk about WITC 2018, a couple of events that the Women's Flag Football Network has going on, a couple of things that's going on. First thing I want to do is I want to send a shout out to a few coaches that just recently became members. And, even though we're always talking about the ladies being members, but, coaches that go out and become members, and they don't have to, they're basically supporting what we do. It's real big. I appreciate it. And I don't ever want to get to the point where I'm overlooking and taking the coaches for granted, because I was a coach and I know coaching, you do get taken for granted because coaches basically do it for the love of the game. We don't get to play out there. We're not exerting any energy. We're actually usually doing more work than anybody else on the team. So definitely want to send a shout out to coaches, show some love to them. I want to send a shout out to Aaron Askew. Aaron out there in Virginia, coach of the VA Vixens, also helps run the CWFL. He just signed up and became a member a couple weeks ago. We're going to send a shout out to Alonzo Chop from Hawaii. Love it. We love having Hawaii come in the tournament. He signed up as a member. We got Dante Thomason, Lady All Met. Y'all know Coach Dante, Lady All Met. He signed up and became a member. And then we got Kevin Dawkins, Dawk Sports TCFF. Kevin signed up and became a member. And Kevin not only became a member, he made a donation to what we do. So I just want to touch membership real quick, because a lot of you might not realize how important becoming a member is to what we do. And membership is $15. $15 for a year. We just ask you for $15 to help support what we do. You can do it straight from our website at www.womensffn.com. Follow the links to membership. But let's just start with a little, if we've contributed any value to you in the Women's Flag Football Network community, show us appreciation by becoming a member. And when I say value, then it's maybe not something big, but, if you've ever called me about a rule change or a discrepancy, or helping organize a league, or promoting your team, promoting a tournament. If you ever contacted me about anything like that, that means you kind of find some value in what we're trying to accomplish here at the Women's Flag Football Network. Show some love back and become a member. $15. Show some love back and become a member. If you've ever contacted me, I've had at least 20 players last year that I paired with teams. They were in areas that they didn't even know where teams were at, and they got paired with teams. So if I've ever helped you in that way, become a member. $15. That's all I'm asking. Become a member of what we do. And most of all, if you've ever seen a picture of yourself playing flag football on my webpage, you picture your team on my website. Wherever we go, wherever I go, I've got a camera with me or a cameraman with me, and I do everything to promote women's flag football. So if you've ever seen a picture on my Facebook page of yourself, show some love back and become a member. I got people who look for the pictures after a tournament. Where are the pictures at? Great that you're looking for them. I love taking them. I'm going to take them whether you remember or not. But show some love back and become a member. Go to our website, womensffn.com, and click on membership. $15 to become a membership. Show some love. We appreciate your support. Every dollar that comes in goes to what we're trying to do to help promote and grow the sport of women's flag football. Your membership is paramount. It's so important to what we're trying to do. And as we're growing bigger, we're starting to get national attention, which I'll talk about a little bit more. So our numbers, our membership numbers, help us grow. It helps bring more attention, which will help bring back sponsors. It'll help us do more things in the women's flag football community. Not just where I'm at. I try to touch everywhere that has women's flag football. If you know me, no matter where you're at, you probably found out about me by what I'm trying to do in your area. So become a member. That's all we ask. Become a member. Become a member. Thank you, Tiffany, for posting up the website. All right, so let's get started. I want to throw another thing out here. Labor Day in Chicago. So let me tell you about, yes, the membership is yearly. It's a one-time annual fee of $15, Rhonda. Thanks for asking that. One-time annual fee of $15. $15. That's it. That's a night out to eat, right? at an inexpensive restaurant. So become a member. Sign up. We need your support. All right, so in Chicago, Labor Day this year, looks like we're going to lock it in. I'll be able to talk about it more next week on the show, but we're going to have a tournament in Chicago, a Women's Flag Football Network tournament in Chicago. We're probably going to team with A2 out there, Absolute Athletics out there in Chicago, and talking to Joe Herring. We're working it out. Now, so how did that come about? And this is the thing about you guys becoming a member. Just because of our growth and our notoriety, the city of Chicago contacted me. The City of Chicago Visitors Bureau contacted me and want us to throw an event out there. And I said, you know what? What the heck? Chicago's got a league out there. Let's see if I can get some fillers out there, see how many people are out there that may want to come to a tournament in Chicago. So, you know, we put some fillers out there, and we got some great results back. We're going to go ahead and have a tournament in Chicago. That's going to be awesome. So we're looking at Labor Day of this year. Stay tuned for more information. But Labor Day of this year, we're going to put a tournament on in Chicago. It'll be my first time really getting to see the city of Chicago. I only did a drive-by or a fly-by. Spent very little time there, but I'm going to get out there. They got a nice league out there. So we're going to be teaming up with A2, and we're going to put a tournament on out there in Chicago. Stay tuned. We love, love, love to have these teams come on out there for Labor Day. All right. Before I get into the teams that are playing in the WITC, what else do we need to put out? All right, that's it. We're gonna talk about WITC. So, WITC kicking off the weekend of April 20th to the 22nd, Las Vegas, Nevada, Henderson, which is about, right outside of Las Vegas. In April, we have doubled the amount of teams that are participating, and I'm about to go into the team names and where they're from. But guys, I want you to understand how big this is and how participation has grown so much in women's flag football. And another reason why, like I said, we need you guys to become members. But it's grown so much that we went from 7 teams in our inaugural tournament to now 16 teams participating in this. And 5 of those 16 teams are coming from outside of the states. Now, that was the whole dream of putting this tournament together, not just having teams play against each other who never play against each other, who've never seen each other, but also to become more international. We want to grow this sport, and we want to have everybody come into one central location and play in the game. The event itself is awesome. Ask anybody who went last year. They'll tell you. The event is awesome. We're going to do our best to make it even better this year. Once again, we still need your support to do anything that we do. So let's start with the teams. I'm going to kind of do them in alphabetical order, not giving anybody any priority. But coming from Nassau, Bahamas. Nassau, Bahamas, we got the Bahamas All-Stars. The first time you probably got to look at them, if you don't live in the Bahamas, was at Nationals in January. These ladies came out and did a great job. They didn't go 0-2 and leave. They did a great job. I think they got 2 or 3 wins, and they did a great job, which is unusual for a team the first time coming to Nationals. So great job, Nassau, Bahamas, and thank you for coming to the tournament. And I got to remind you, for a lot of these teams that are coming outside of the states, this trip is costly. So they've got to put money together. They've got to fundraise. They've got to get all this stuff together to be able to make this trip. So it's on me to make sure that their experience is great. And that's what I will do when they get to Vegas. Coming from San Juan, Puerto Rico. San Juan, Puerto Rico. We got Boricuas coming from San Juan, Puerto Rico. So excited. They've been at the Nationals the past 2 years, not last year, or not this January, but the past 2 years previous to this, and they're coming to Vegas. Awesome to have them. Awesome to have them. So glad to have them. We got Cali Fire coming out of Fresno, California. Cali Fire. So there's another area that we're representing. Like I said, this tournament is going to be the most geographically diverse tournament in women's flag football. We got Capital Punishment coming from Waldorf, Maryland. We got the B Division champions of the USFTL National Tournament coming to Vegas. Looking forward to seeing you, Glenn, in Capital Punishment. We got just added to the list. Just added to the list. Just got the confirmation and locked them in. Cayman Islands will be coming to Vegas. Cayman Islands added to the list. Glad to have you. Representing the Grand Cayman Island of Cayman Islands, added to the list. See you guys in Vegas. We got Dog Sports, TCFF. Dog Sports, TCFF coming out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Glad to have you. My man Kevin, Coach Kevin, always puts together a good team and bring them out. I'm glad you guys are coming. We love you. Looking forward to seeing you. We got First String out of Bay Area, California. First String is one of the first teams that travel from California to Atlanta to play when, you know, they don't usually come this far. So they came to Atlanta to play in Lynn Lewis. Glad to have you. I just got finished talking to their coach, Monica, a few minutes ago before the show. Looking forward to having you. We got the Lady Oilers out of Boise, Idaho. New team. Very excited about having them participate. The Lady Oilers out of Boise, Idaho, coming to the tournament. Lady Cougars representing DC, one of our legacy teams. Lady Cougars, glad to have you. Lady Elite representing DC area. Glad to have you. Glad to have you guys. Another legacy team. Now, I got to make sure I pronounce it right because Alonzo is watching. We got the Lady Panielos. Lady Panielos out of Hawaii. Out of Hawaii. Guys, our reach is getting out there. We got Hawaii coming to Vegas. These ladies have already become members. We ready to do the registration. They are ready to go. So we got Hawaii coming. Glad to have you. Alonzo, thanks for putting the team together and making them, getting them together to come out here. Glad to have Hawaii participating from Pearl City, Hawaii. Glad to have them. You guys can follow them on Facebook at Pearl City Panielos. If I pronounce it right, my bad if I mispronounced it. Close enough. All right, thanks, Lonzo. Appreciate it. I'm gonna have it down packed. All right, we got Mayhem coming out of Atlanta, Georgia. Said Walker and Mayhem will be in Vegas. Looking forward to seeing them. We got Reloaded coming out of Vegas. Coming out of Atlanta. I'm sorry, just had a text message pop on my screen. Coming out of Atlanta. Reloaded. Coach Charmaine Chin bringing a team to Vegas this year. Very happy to have them. We got another legacy team, She Unit coming out of Los Angeles, California. Looking forward to seeing She Unit again this year. Great team. They were down their quarterback, but their backup quarterback did an awesome job last year. They're coming to play this year. One of the better teams in the tournament last year. Looking forward to seeing them. We got Tight Ends out of Oregon, Southern Oregon. Much love, Tight Ends. We got Titan as a coach. We got Wendy Anderson that helps run the team. Great group. Oriana Dixon, the Carsley twins. Love all y'all. Looking forward to seeing you in Vegas. And they also are a legacy team. So we've got the Pack coming out of San Gabriel Valley, California. The Pack. Now, the Pack has been winning and playing all through the on the West Coast, and so we're happy to have them participating this year. Glad to have them, ladies. I think you're going to enjoy the tournament. So that wraps up the 16 teams that we have participating in the tournament this year. We're going to start releasing some matchups that are going to happen because the games are already put in place. I already know who's playing who. I've got the guarantee that teams are going to be playing teams they have never played before. And who else can say that in a tournament? At day one, you get 3 games that you'll be playing against 3 teams that you've never played before. That's one of the things that we're trying to do to help promote this sport. We don't want you traveling to a tournament playing the same old teams. You think about DC when they go to a tournament here on the East Coast and they bring 5 and 6 teams deep and they end up playing each other the first day. They play each other all the time in the league. You know, same thing Atlanta. You know, Knockout, Reloaded, Mayhem, they go play in tournament. They playing the same people. So one of the things that I guarantee about our tournament is on the first day, you will not play a team that you have played before. I've even had some requests to play against a team for revenge. But we're not going to do that. If you want a revenge, y'all got to make both of them make it to Championship Sunday and meet up. But we're one of the few, if not the only tournament that can promise that. Actually, I think we are the only tournament, so I'm going to go ahead and boast that. We are the only tournament that can promise you will play 3 games against teams that you've never played before. And by the way, if you didn't catch on to what I'm saying, we have a 4-game guarantee in our tournament here for the International Tournament of Champions. So this is something big, and for all of those teams that I just named off that's a part of it, you're going to be in for something special. We got a great staff. We got a great crew of volunteer staff that are coming out to make this event special. And our staff love what we do. So they're out there. They're coming out there in their own dime. just people who are continually giving and supporting what we do. And that brings me back to memberships, like I talked about. If you find any value in what we do with women's flag football, if I've posted pictures about you, if I've supported your event, if I've done anything and you find any value about what we've done in women's flag football, I ask you to please become a member at womensffn.com. Please become a member. It's a one-time annual fee of $15. I ask you please to become a member. All right? So here's what we're waiting for. Everybody wants to know who's playing who, and I'm not going to give it all up at one time, but I'm going to name 3 matchups that will happen on Saturday at WITC 2018 in Las Vegas. Matchup number 1, Doc Sports TCFF from out of Toronto in Ontario, Canada, will be facing against the Lady Penilos. I'm going to get it, Lazo. Lady Penilos out of Pearl City, Hawaii. So we got Canada versus Hawaii to start off the tournament. Canada versus Hawaii. Where y'all see that at? Come on. All right. Next matchup, we got Cali Fire versus Mayhem out of Atlanta. So we got Cali versus Atlanta. Where you see that at? Come on, y'all. West Coast versus East Coast right there. Next matchup I'm going to give. Oh, this is going to be a doozy. I'm looking so forward to it. First String versus Capital Punishment. The great coaches of Monica out there at First String and Coach Glenn for Capital Punishment. DC versus Bay Area, California. That's 3. I'm going to give y'all sneak previews of games all the way up to tournament time. We got 47 games that will be played on Saturday. And by the time the tournament gets here, I would have released all 47 of those matchups. So you guys are going to know who you're playing. You get a chance to, scout each other out if you can. But the good thing about you, East Coast playing West Coast and Canada playing Hawaii, you're not going to have much tape to look at. You're going to see some pictures, maybe a few videos here and there. It's not going to be a lot of scouting you can do. But you guys will know each other's names by the time the tournament comes. Because by the time we get there, we're going to be a tight-knit family. And we're going to have a great weekend in Las Vegas playing flag football. We just got contacted by another hotel. Just again, to show you how big we're growing now. People are calling us. People are calling us wanting to be a part of what we do. We got contacted by another hotel that wants to give us a better rate than the hotel that I presently have to be a host hotel for the event. So we just signed a contract with them today. I just inked the deal, and their rate is $99 a day. And this is going to be at the Hampton Inn and Suites. Now, the difference between the Hampton Inn and Suites at $99 a day and the Holiday Inn Express, Holiday Inn Express is, the Holiday Inn Express is $129 a day, but it's only 6 miles from the field. The Hampton Inn and Suites at $99 a day, going to save you some money, but they're 13 miles from the field. I am working on having a transportation van to save you guys money from car rentals or whatever, so we're going to try to have a transportation van running you back and forth. My wife has already volunteered that she'll drive the van. So we'll rent a van to help save on transportation costs and get you guys to and from the field. And we're looking to do a whole bunch of other stuff to help save you guys costs so you're not incurring a lot of expenses, especially the teams that are coming from outside of the states that's already incurring a lot of expenses to make the trip. We want to do everything that we can to keep you from going into your pocket any more than you have to when you get to Vegas. So we're doing some things like that. We're still looking for sponsorships. We're looking for, okay, there we go. Penilos, Lady Penilos. Thank you, Lonzo. I got it. I'm going to have it. I'm going to say it 20 times a day till I got it perfectly. So the Penilos out of, and Penilos stands for Cowboys, right? Right, Lonzo? So we got the Lady Cowboys, so to speak, if we break it down to English or American terms. All right, cool. So, like I said, we're going to do a lot of things we can to reduce the cost of the teams participating. Guys, this is going to be an awesome event. Awesome event. The only thing I do ask for, we're going to have some vendors that come out, and all I ask is support the vendors. One of our vendors we just signed, I know she's watching, C. Morrison. She's an affiliate for Stark. She's given us a significant contribution to the tournament. She's going to be out there selling her drinks for Stark Energy and Stark fuel replacement for the athletes out there. So guys, buy a couple of drinks when you're out there. Our t-shirt vendor, buy a t-shirt or two when you come out there. You know, at least buy something to take back with you when you go back home, saying that you were at the tournament. So support our vendors that are out there supporting us. Guys, hey, that's the show. Next week, we will let you know that we got Chicago locked in, that we'll be doing that on Labor Day. I'll keep you guys posted on that, but we definitely want to let our first tournament out there in Chicago be a great one. So I'm going to be looking for teams that are interested in traveling out to the Windy City. September, Labor Day is a great time to be out there in Chicago. Not too cold and not too hot. So it should be a great time. So if you've ever wanted to go to Chicago, plan a trip. And I assure you, with the connections that I have out there, we'll have more than just flag football going on in Chicago when that happens. So tune in next week, and that's when I'll have it locked in. And for everybody participating in WITC 2018, registration is now open. So simply just go to womensffn.com, look for the WITC Las Vegas, and click on that menu, and you'll see the link for registration. You guys can start registering now. For your contact people, I'll go ahead and send the link out to you so you can forward it to your teams. But you guys can register now, and it's time to get started. I'm looking forward to all of you guys out there, and I'll say one more last time, guys, become members. If you find any value in what we do, if you just want to support women's flag football around the world, become a member. $15 a year. That's it. That's all it costs. Become a member. Support what we do. womensffn.com. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in Vegas that are coming. If you want to volunteer for Vegas, hit me up. If you have something that you want to do, we're also looking for vendors as well. That we support you as you support us. Oh, I forgot to mention, we're going to have a masseuse out there as well. Sherelle Abrams is going to be bringing her gear and her business partner. They're going to be doing massages out there. And by the time the tournament comes around, we're going to have a bunch of other stuff going on. And I'll be sure to break it down and let you guys know what's going on out there. But I've already got some people who are coming out there just to vacation during the tournament. I appreciate them. I appreciate the support. I'm sending a shout out to Vanita Crouch, who's recovering from meniscus tears and a surgery in her knee. I think she may be out there in Vegas, just out there supporting us. And anybody else who comes out there and supporting us is not playing and just coming out there for the love of the game, you're invited. Looking forward to seeing you. And I'll talk all day. I'm going to go ahead and end it. We're right around 30 minutes. So thanks for joining in, everybody. Once again, become a member. Become a member. All right, thanks a lot. I'm Norman Carter, CEO and founder of the Women's Flag Football Network. Yes, Jillian, I will get you more information on Jillian. I can assure you we're going to have a transportation van. All right, we're going to have it. Just how many I have and all that is the details. But we will have a transportation van getting the team and players from the hotel to the field. I already got a driver. Like I said, my wife's going to be the driver. So we're going to rent a van. Whether we get 1, 2, or 3, we'll see. But we definitely will have one. And we'll try our best to coordinate transportation in conjunction with game times and things like that. So we will have a van in Vegas. Thanks, Jillian, for asking that. Thanks for watching the show. Thank you for all of you guys who join in on a weekly basis and support what we do. And all I say is, become a member. We need your support. I'm Norman Carter, CEO of Women's Flag Football Network. Thanks. Have a good night.